How you doing, folks? This is Aaron Bedford with Hell.net. Today we are speaking with Deathwolf, a band from Sweden. They are on the Voices from the Dark North American tour, and this is, I believe, your third date towards the end of the tour?
Yeah, it's at the end of the tour. We got 3 more to go, and we're done like 20 or something already. So it's been a good run, good combination of bands, all doing something different, but still very dark. So it's been a great tour.
That's good. How are you doing, sir? And how's the reaction been from the American crowd so far?
It's different. I mean, we were, as you know, very unknown band. We just not started out, but we did an album 2011 on a label that kind of went downhill right at the same time. So we signed up to Century Media, and the new album's just coming out over here. It's already been out a month in Europe. So it's a great, beginning for us over in the States. But reactions has been good so far, and people seem to get into it. It's a bit different maybe compared to the other bands, but whatever.
What can the crowd expect tonight?
I think we're basic guitar, bass, drums, vocals, aggression right in your face. No specific things around it, just power, aggression, primal, attack.
How's the American audience received your band on this tour so far?
I think it's been good. As I said, we're doing something a bit different. Some people take some time for them maybe to get used to it. It's a bit different from the other bands, but I mean, people seem to get into it. It's fine.
How does the band's live performances differ from the sound on your record? Like, is it a more livelier sound?
No, I mean, I think it sounds pretty much like we do on an album. It's not the most complicated music. It's we believe in just going capture the moment and the attack feeling. I mean, with that kind of band, record an album in 2-3 days in the studio, and there's not a lot of overdubs and a lot of experimental stuff. It's just like, the primitive feeling, and just go ahead, attack.
Okay. And what has the label been doing to support you on your tour so far?
I mean, they're doing a lot. So, I mean, Century Media is a label with a strong foundation and they know how to work. So far so good working with them.
Been very supportive of you?
Yes.
That's really good. And touring can be stressful, obviously, when, being a person who tours a lot.
Yeah.
What do you do to unwind on the road?
I mean, there's always something going on. I mean, there's things to see, things to do, and you have, of course, a lot of press to do. And I mean, I do double sets on this tour, both with Marduk and Deathwolf, so time goes kind of fast.
Is it fun playing Deathwolf, bass for Deathwolf?
Yeah, it's enjoyable to do something different compared to Marduk. Otherwise, I wouldn't do something different if it was the same thing. So it's a what should I say, a dark and aggressive music, but still in a complete different way. And it's highly enjoyable to play a different instrument as well.
That's good. Devil's Whorehouse was the previous name of your band. What made you decide to change band names?
Because the band started out back in 2000 more or less as a Misfit Samhain tribute band, and we kind of after like 2 rehearsals we already were making songs in the same way, in the same vein, so we ended up doing 2 albums and some EPs, and while working on music for the 3rd full length we had a feeling we kind of had outgrown the name we had. We were stuck with people looked upon it more as a tribute band, but I think that the sound had changed so much in all perspectives and also the vision of the band, so we just shape-shifted and became Deathwolf, which is a name which I really think reflects the spirit of the band.
That's great, and it really shows in the music. Black Armored Death is your new album. What is the theme and concept of this album?
I think it's a title that is very speaking for it. I mean, just take the 3 words, Black, Armored and Death, and that's the basic vision and the inspiration for the album and what we think, the picture that's being painted in your mind.
Do you have any future plans on touring more, perhaps more in the States as the band Deathwolf?
I don't know right now for sure in the future, but I mean, we're starting out and doing this tour, and then we're going to try to do some dates over in Europe as well, but we're just starting out so with the booking of it, so I don't know yet, but things will be happening, and we're already on our road working on the 3rd album as well, so there's a lot of things going on.
Has this tour been a really monumental step for you as a band?
Yeah, it has. I mean, we're a band that Deathwolf never been out on a proper tour before, so it's the first tour we go out and do, so it's been a great journey.
Okay, well, those are all the questions I have for you today, Mr. Håkansson. It's a pleasure taking the time to speak with you.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
And in closing, would you have anything to say to Deathwolf fans out there?
Yeah, check out the new album and see you on the road.